video, the first part video of the power training, which as a reminder, this is included in your PPLSI Prospect app. This is the Darnell Self and Brian Carruthers training, which is so awesome. Adia did a great job last week in that first part training. So this is the second video to that training that we'll be going through. I did pick out 3 snippets out of the entire video. The whole video is just over an hour long, but I do want to tell you, it was so difficult trying to pick out a couple of parts because everything in this video was just amazing. So please, at your leisure, I would advise you to take a look at the entire video, which is an hour long. But today we're just going to go over a few minutes of it. So, if you can hang in there with me, the first part is about 3 minutes. So we'll take a look at that. I'll play it. We'll take a look at that, have a brief discussion. The second part is about a 6-minute clip. And then the last video I have of it, a little snippet, it's the longest one. It's about 9 minutes. But I'll try to get through it as quickly as possible and get feedback and have a brief discussion about it. All right. Okay. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to share my screen. If you give me one moment,
everybody can
here.
Just go ahead and mute their mics for us to avoid any background noise and distractions.
Technology, right?
Kool-Aid, you want to mute your mic?
Here we go. Okay, you guys should be able to see my screen here.
Yep, we can see it.
And bear with me while I get to the part. If you can hear the volume,
yep, we can hear it.
Is it too loud?
No,
or is it okay? Oh, perfect. Okay. All right, bear with me, guys.
Because it's a habit. For an example, I can tie my shoe while I'm talking to you and see somebody else walking in the room and still tie my shoe because tying my shoe is a habit. You could drive home and know exactly because you've done it so many.
What just popped in my head when you said that is if you're trying to be in good shape and you go to the gym and then you get in good shape, then you stop going to the gym. Then you stop being in good shape. Like it's you got to make personal development and success needs to be a permanent thing. Like, why would you want to become successful and then lose the success? Why would you want to get in shape and then go out of shape? So you guys being here is again part of the journey. And it's not like, okay, I got a power training under my belt, now I'm good. No. What's the next thing? What's the next thing? What's the next good book? What's the next good audio? What's the next good training? What's my next level of growth? Again, always remember this. In life, you're growing or you're dying. There is no status quo. You're getting ripe or you're getting rotten. You don't stay the same. If you stop coming to events, you stop listening to the audios, you stop doing the work, then you're going downhill. And people just don't get that. And I've seen people go through phases where they're super excited and happy about life when they're on the chase. The thrill of the chase, the thrill of the build is what drives me. But why do Kurt Cobain and these people that were at the pinnacle of success, why do they take their own lives? They had nothing more to chase. They're like, okay, I guess this is all there is. And then they take their own life. Don't ever get to a place where you didn't come this far to only come this far, and there's no top to this building. Stay on the elevator. You can go as far as you want. And also, somebody might say, well, I'm good. I'm good. No, you're not good. I mean, are you really good? Like, no economic shift, no recession, no unexpected health crisis in your family could devastate you financially. I mean, I have people like, I got $100 grand in the bank, I'm good. No, you're so far from good. But the other thing is, even if you are good,
It's contribution.
even if you are good, it's bigger than you.
Yeah.
It's so much bigger than you. Like I could say I'm good because I got a shitload of money, but I'm not good. I'm not good. I'm not good because I got people that are counting on me. Like people are succeeding on my team because I'm still in the trenches and I can keep leading through exampleship, I can keep leading the way. Because my kids get to go to the school they're going to, because they've got a good, nice home to live in. Is it fair for me to stop right now when people on my team, their kids are not in the right schools yet?
Right.
It's not fair.
Yeah.
We got to keep on going together.
Okay, so that was the first snippet that I wanted to share. And the reason why I shared that because that was so important what Carruthers was saying. And I think that resonated with me because as much money as he's made in this business, he's saying that he's not stopping, at least not yet. With the tremendous amount of money that he's made, there's no limit. He's going to keep on going. We do not stop, no matter what. You don't just go to the gym and work out for, X amount of weeks and you're like, oh, I feel great. I feel good. So I can just stop going now. No, you get back out of shape. It's like you want to keep going. You want to keep thriving. You want to keep going to that next level. So I thought that was so important that we keep that same mindset for our own business. We're always striving for more. And there is no top to this elevator. We can just keep going and going and going. You put limits on your own self, and you don't have to in this business. So I welcome some feedback. So anyone, please do share, your thoughts. We'll take a couple of people who want to speak or put your thoughts in on that video that was just shared.
I'll say that's so important because, like, speaking to last week's message, remembering the mission, remembering why we're here, there's no limit to the number of people we can help. There's literally there's no limit to how many people we can service, how many lives we can change, how many families we can protect. Yeah. So never be complacent, always be hungry, because there's always going to be people out there and companies and businesses out there that need us. We only have like 1 or 2% market share in the whole entire industry. Wow. But there's 300 and something million people in the US. So just never stop, because everybody needs our help. Everybody needs this service.
Thank you, Ms. Webb. I see Mr. Chapman. You got your hand up?
Yes, that definitely affects us, in every level of our lives, I can say it affected me even in my own other business, doing remodeling and stuff and helping other people, helping the youth and people my age and more. So definitely thanks for sharing that video.
Sure. Thank you for chiming in.
Typically, like, my philosophy is every year I need to be different and in a better place, for that growth to be perpetual. And by not giving up, and even if I am in a place of being comfortable, it's important to continue that momentum, because for the others that you're working with, to help them grow and achieve, and for that to continue on through perhaps, other people they're working with, it can be very perpetual for others as well as ourselves.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for sharing that, Ms. Bryant.
Thank you.
All right. We are going to go ahead and get into the second video. This next video is about 6 minutes long. I think you'll enjoy this just as much as the first one here. So I'm going to go back here and share my screen again. Right there.
You just won't do it.
Very true.
So we are in a business model that is predicated on other people joining our teams. You're not here for a 6-hour training on how to sell our product. You don't need that long. You can read a couple bullet points off of a digital brochure and share a couple stories and ask them to sign up. Selling our membership is not hard to do. Maybe finding prospects and maybe booking an appointment to get in front of them. Okay, there's some skill to learn that for sure. But the how-tos on how to, I should say, first of all, what, why, and how. Recruiting is bringing people on board to help you sell more memberships. We only get paid. We don't get paid for recruiting. We get paid when they sell memberships. So the what of recruiting is bringing new people on board. The why to do it. I know that I learned this for myself from watching my dad. My dad built a massive real estate company on the East Coast back in the 70s. It was one of the biggest in the country. 35 offices, thousands of agents.
Somebody called in for a
by
job.
the way, I never saw my dad ever sell one house. Never saw him sell one house. He opened an office, recruited agents, and taught them how to go out and sell houses. He learned how to sell years before, but so I watched him do this. Everywhere we went, we were at a restaurant, he would ask the server, have you ever considered a career in real estate? We're at a hotel on a vacation. He'd talk to the bellhop. You ever consider a career in real estate? We're at the bank talking to the teller. You ever consider a career in real estate? He just asked it all the time. And he was just constantly asking the question. Some people said no, some people said yes. They said yes, hey, let me get you in touch with my managers, get you into the licensing course and get you underway. So I just watched my dad. But why recruit? Because you want to wake up in the morning and see commission deposits in your bank account that you had nothing to do with. That's the beauty of our business model. That's the key to freedom. Leverage is the key to freedom. You either have a job where you only make money on your efforts, or you bring other people in, and it's a lot of people each doing a little bit. Remember that. This is about a lot of people each doing a little bit. You know how you go to Millionaire Club status in Legal Shield? You PC qualify, recruit a bunch of other people, and teach them how to PC qualify. You get a bunch of people that are marketing $100 or $200 a month in sales, and now you're potentially making 6 and 7 figures a year. But that doesn't happen without having a team that you can teach how to go out and do that. So what, why, and then how. The rest of our training today is going to be the hows. The hows. Everything, I'm going to go to the end of our training. I'm going to pull it into right now so all the rest of this will make sense. Leadership is your business lives and dies on leadership. Leadership. Darnell and I did a 6-hour training about 4 years ago called the Network Marketing Leadership Academy. It was based on 3 phases of leadership. First, you have to be a leader that people want to join. Then you have to be a leader that people want to follow. And then you have to be a leader that develops other leaders. Now, we'll talk about those as we go here today, but the first one, being a leader that people want to join. That means you're recruiting people. That's another way of saying recruiting. Are you a leader that people want to join? We're in a people attraction business. So there's a dichotomy here. I've got to make sure that I fully explain so you understand that, because they don't contradict. A lot of this has to do with you, but a lot of it also can't be about you. If you take a look at the next slide, you want to be system dependent versus person dependent. So it's about you, but then it's not about you. It's about you on the attraction part. Finding people, generating curiosity, getting them to buy into you. Sales and recruiting are a transfer of belief. What is your music? Do you sound excited? By the way, there's a difference between excited and exciting. How many of you all are excited here today? Some of y'all, you're not exciting though. Some of you look like you're really tired. You drove 20 hours to get here. But just always keep that in mind. You might be excited, like down here, but you're not coming across like making others excited. So in a people attraction business, attracting people to you, but how do you get people excited? How do you become exciting? Here's another play on a word. Don't just be Don't try to be interesting. You want to be interested. Be interested in them instead of trying to be interesting to them. So you need to be interested and you need to be exciting. You're attracting people, okay, to a system that's not about you. So you want to be the best you that you can be. And you don't need to be rich. You don't need to be driving a Ferrari. You don't need any of that. It's your mindset and your attitude that's going to be attractive. You can't, like I said, I was not going to be Brad Pitt. I don't care how much plastic surgery. It was never going to happen. So at the end of the day, it's not what God gave you with your looks. It's what God gave you in your spirit and how much you want to serve and help people and how much fun you like to have in life and be an attractive person in your spirit, right? But then when you
say something on that, that's
Yeah, so I'm gonna stop it there. Now, there was a lot of information that he gave there. So it's all about being excited because you want to come across in your business as being excited. That's number one. This is how you attract the people if you want to recruit in your business. I know in that snippet he is speaking specifically to recruiting. So this is huge for someone that wants to recruit. You want to be excited. You want to portray that excitement. And you genuinely want to be an attractive person in your spirit. That is huge. You have to be genuine about that. When you're genuine about that, that is going to come across in the way that you speak. Even it does not matter how many trainings you go through, or you can go through like everyday training, you can go through the motions, but if you do not have that genuineness in your spirit, if you're not attractive from that standpoint, it is not going to come across, and everyone is going to know it, and everyone is going to know that you're faking it. Sorry to tell you. So, and there's a lot of other factors that plays into that. We don't have time to go into all of those in this 1 hour training. I mean, all such factors such as your why, such as your discipline and your personal development, all that plays a factor. But at the end of the day, some component in that has to be genuine. And that's where the genuine excitement and attractiveness comes through. And that's what you want to have when you are trying to recruit in your business. And I could tell you that's so true. And I can attest to that. And I'll tell you how is because I have actually recruited people in my own business, but probably there's only been about 1 or 2 people out of the 12 people that I had on my team that I actively recruited. All of those other people just came up to me and like, wow, how can I join the business? How can I do this too? And I think that was just because I was just like so darn excited, like to share the information about the business because I genuinely was excited about the membership and the opportunity. And I think that came across. So yeah, so I'm going to get out the way and stop talking about that snippet, and I'm just going to send it out to anybody else who wants to give feedback. So we'll have a couple people talk if they want to share some feedback or their thoughts on that as well.
I
I
like
have
what he
one.
said about
Oh.
ladies first. Go.
Oh, thank you. Just a really quick comment that I think that the excitement is just merely a byproduct of passion, and with this product, when you can see how it actually protects people, I think that's why I've always been like drawn to this, the product. And like I was telling you earlier, I'm now kind of getting back in, in the business. But that's what it is. If you don't have the passion, to me, you shouldn't even be here, because you won't come across as genuine. That's all.
That's it right there. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I like what he said about Don't try to be interesting, be interested. People are more likely to follow if they think you really care,
Yep.
about them and anything that's going on, instead of you trying to put yourself up as the billboard. Like, it's all, I did this, me, 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 me. People run away from that, especially if they haven't done much. Like in my businesses, when I hire people in, I always tell them, "You're the greatest. Where would I be without you?" Like, yo, I need you. I need, even if it's not the truth, I hype them up. They love just to even be around me. Like, people come to work and they're not even on the schedule. They just come sit at the store for hours at a time just to be around and be in the environment, because they always feel so welcome and so happy to be in the environment. So that was one of the key points that stuck out to me, because that's very, very real.
Thanks, Kool-Aid.
And a person's energy can change things. People feel that, and it can change them. It can give them hope and change their mindset. Those things that we don't see, these intangible feelings, are transferable.
That's very true. Yep, that's very true. Thank
And I was
you.
just gonna say real quick too, this ties back into the last, part one, when Mr. Carruthers was saying, you are selling yourself in the beginning because you want to convey your passions and your energy and your excitement for the mission and for the opportunity to your prospects. But at the end of the day, it's excuse me, it's not about you. So you have to, once you are able to convey that passion and even sell them on their own passions and get them to believe in their own why, it becomes no longer about you. And so you have to transfer that energy to to them and to the back to the mission. So it starts out, you're selling yourself and you're pumping yourself up to show them how exciting it is, but then you get out of the way.
Yeah, this is really great stuff, guys. I love these conversations after listening to these videos. Yeah, I see Mr. Chapman, you have your hand up. We'll go to Mr. Chapman and then we're gonna jump into the next video there. I think I heard someone else. Yep, go ahead.
Oh yeah, so yeah, like he was saying, definitely, it's about you being excited yourself and people see it in you. And you just basically sharing it everywhere you go. Like you said, like you're out telling, eating or wherever you're at, you're asking people, telling people about the business. So that's how I get a lot of my clients, because I'm telling them, eating at the bank or whatever on vacation, and just sharing that information.
Yeah, and you see how simple he made it sound? It's like I think some of us, well, I say some of us, I'm talking about myself. I think some of us think of the recruiting as kind of difficult or intimidating, like, oh, like I know I want to recruit, I want to build a team, but I may be intimidated a little bit. And see how he said his father would just, ask people like, hey, have you thought about going into the real estate business or, whatever business it was? Like, it's so simple. And then whoever just tell you no, they just tell you no. And just ask other people everywhere you go. I'm like, I could do that. Yeah. So, yeah, good stuff. Okay. So, yeah, I'm going to go into the last video, and this is the longest video. It is about 9 minutes, but it's really, really good. So it's a little bit longer, but just hang in there with me, guys. I'm telling you, this will not disappoint. It's worth listening to, worth your time. All right. So, give me 1 second. I'll go back here to share. See.
You go.
Yeah, so true. One of the things that, and this is important because it duplicates. Like anybody could use this system to duplicate. And one of the things that's important in our business is duplication. Otherwise, what you'll find is that your team will grow to 10 people and then back down to 2. And then go out to 15 and back down to 1. Because there's no duplication happening. And that means we have to keep it as simplistic as possible. Simplicity will be your best friend. The danger, as Brian Carruthers has talked about, with us knowing so much is that we say so much because we know so much. We don't know a whole lot. We're forced to say a little. Less is best. So it's a delicate place to be, because you do want to feel competent, like I can handle this presentation if I needed to, but at the same time, you don't want to overwhelm a new person with all the different vernacular you just learned. So there are 8 filters of duplication, and these are questions we should be asking as we do any activity, and asking if our new associate or prospect is saying the same thing. Can I do it? And sometimes we're so good at what we do that the prospect or the new associate is thinking, I could never do what they just did. But if you show them a video and they say, well, I don't know if I can do this, do what? Show somebody a video? You see? If you do a presentation and you're reading the bullet points during the slides, which I know sometimes people watch me do a Zoom, they're like, you do the same thing every time, same jokes, same at the exact same place, same pause, everything. Yeah, because I want folks to be able to say, I can do that. You mean, hold on, you just read the slides. I know, isn't that cool? And I just told a story, right? And I told 2 stories on this slide. And on this slide, I just talked about how long-term this opportunity is. I mean, basically, I'm reading with my own personality. But people can say I can do it. Do I have time to do it? Now listen, this one's a little different because times have changed. So if you're doing a brunch meeting, let's say, and folks are hanging out, they're having a mimosa, or you guys are eating, fellowshipping afterwards, that's a little different because people are having fun. But if you said, hey, look, let's sit down in the lobby of this hotel, I'm going to share with you, if I can just get 15, 20 minutes of your time, you may or may not be interested, I'd love to show you something. And 2.5 hours later, and you told them 20 minutes, you're still talking? They're saying to themselves, I don't have time to do this. You mean, hold on, every person you sit down with, you got to spend 2.5 hours with? And here's how you know you're talking more than they are actually comfortable with. They look at their watch. Or they start like moving around, putting stuff in their bag. They're trying to say, like, I need to leave. They get up. That could be a sign. Right? They stand up while you're still sitting. That's a sign. So do I have time to do it? Would I be willing to do it? How do I want to say this one? Let's not become weird. You know what I mean? Like, I know that you're excited about being a part of this amazing company, but you're still you. Be you, as long as you're not naturally weird. I'm not judging. I'm just saying, let's stick with me. Right? Because, we all have quirky personalities. I think I'm funny. My wife says I'm not too funny, but I laugh at my own jokes, so it doesn't really matter. But am I willing to do it means that folks are like, I don't know if I'm willing to. I mean, everybody in the hotel you've talked to, and you make them feel a little uncomfortable. You ever watch people prospect and it feel natural? Like, hi, oh my gosh, great shoes. Oh, girl, I just bought these shoes. And it's natural. I just got them on sale up to see. Real? Oh my God. That's natural. But then you see folks corner people. This is what I've seen. I was at a hotel and we had an event there, and another company, it was some IT company, had an event there. And the guy I was with is a part of our company. He decides I'm gonna go prospect the folks from this company. Nothing wrong with that if it's natural. Hey, so what do you guys do? What do you? Oh, we do this with IT, and we contract out with major corporations, blah, blah, that may be natural. Hey, we should exchange information. I know you're in your conference, I'm in mine, but we should catch up. I love to share with you what I do, and that's natural, but that's not what he did. The guy's out, right? We're both taking a break from our events. We go to the restroom. That's probably not the best place to do an exposure. We're in the urinal. And he's talking to the dude. This is a no-no for guys, by the way. Like, you look straight. You look at the wall. You no peripherals. You don't glance. Nothing. It's a moment of silence. Right, guys? Like, you don't say, hey, so what's your name, man? No, that's not the time. I mean, you gonna shake hands? Hey, bro, I just want my name. That's weird. That's what I mean by weird. They're like, then this is what you do for, I gotta go and shake hands at the urinal? So are you willing to do it? You don't become weird. Like, if you get a PPLSI shirt, that's awesome. But don't wear the hat, the shirt, the jeans, the socks, and the blinking shoes all at one time. You know what I mean? That's too much all at one time.
Hey. Show him the video of that guy urinal thing he took. he made a training video. He's out there. Yeah, shake his hand right now. Come on.
Somebody in my group always takes it too far. He's the one. Hilarious. Can it work with people who are more successful than you? Right? We used to say dud to a stud, but it was, it sounded weird when you said it. But, basically, can a college student expose someone who's a physician? And if he's saying, oh my gosh, uncle, I've always respected you and admired your level of success, it would mean the world to me if you evaluate this project I'm just taking a look at today. Would you do that for me, uncle? It's like, sure, I'll do that for you. So yes, through third party, again, we're talking about duplication, a college student could actually do it with the physician. I have ring earners on our team today who got started from their nephew who had limited success, but the ring earner was already earning a multiple six-figure income before he became a ring earner here, who was introduced by his nephew, who really, was just trying to figure things out in his early 20s. So it will duplicate as long as we follow the filters of duplication, right? Use a tool, use an event, use third party. Will it work in distance? Can someone in Maryland share it with someone in Hawaii? Yeah, if you're using a tool, but not if you're like, hey, I'm on my way. Hold up, you actually gonna come here to show me the free? This is what people do. I'm coming to Charlotte to sit at your kitchen table. You gotta see this. That doesn't duplicate, because they're thinking, hold on, you mean I'm gonna have to drive everywhere and fly? No. Will it work in depth? That means that Byron Jefferson introduces me. I introduce Faye Heislip. Faye Heislip introduces Amy Fielding. Can Amy still do what Byron Jefferson did? Yes, if it's all showing a video. Not if one person in there becomes a superstar and ruins all the filters. Okay. And this is what happens sometimes. Unfortunately, this person quits the business. We never realize why, because they were thinking to themselves, I can't do that. I don't have time to do that. I'm not even willing to do that. We never even realized because the person right above them did it wrong. So even if you started off, we have to inspect what we expect. We'll talk about that a little bit later as you start building your team. Can it be done without you? That means that, hey, listen, I'm at work right now. I'm not going to be able to be on that presentation, but I'm going to call you as soon as I get off and find out what you like most. That can happen without you because you plugged them into a system, a presentation. The video can play while you're at work. Isn't that awesome? Can it be done 5 minutes later? So once someone sets up their prospect ad, can they send that video out? Yeah, they can send it out. But if you're doing something that seemingly takes 3 hours to do, they're thinking, I can't do this right away. So you ruin the speed, the momentum that Mr. Carruthers talked about. I did this example.
Okay. And that's where the third snippet ends. And I thank you so much for hanging in there on that longer video. But I thought it was so very important to play that entire piece because quite frankly, That whole snippet was just like dropping gem after gem after gem. So I hope you guys either took a screenshot of that or took notes from it. And like I said, I would definitely recommend you guys going back and watching that full 1 hour video, because there were just so many other parts of that video that we could have listened to and discussed tonight. But I mean, take your pick. Like, what part of that like resonated with you the most? I could tell you, for me, it was just that the entire concept of the duplication, because that's what we want. That's what we want here. I love seeing you guys on the call, participating, being involved. But what do we want? Let me see. Like right now, we got like 14 participants. Come on, let's do it. Like he said, let's move with speed. Let's get this going. We want, like, next week, next month, let's see this double. Let's see this triple. Like, let's see this team grow. And it's all part of participating in that duplication process. We have to make this easy. And it's going back to what I said at the beginning of the call. It's Valentine's Day, so let's kiss our business, keep it so simple. And that duplication process is really keeping it simple. It's not that hard to do. Once we concentrate on those steps, okay, and we get in the habit of it, we can do this. We all have the ability to do this and to grow the team and to grow our own business. So I'm gonna do this again. If anyone wants to chime in and give feedback for the last couple of minutes, and then we can wrap this up. But I don't know about you guys, but I was really excited about that and pumped up to like do this training tonight. So yeah, over to you guys. Who want to chime in on that last video?
I would.
All right.
So I was just jotting
The
down some
star of
notes
the
and stuff.
hour, Miss Bryant is coming in. I love
So
it.
anyway, earlier I just mentioned about passion is to me the vehicle that you need, in your spirit and soul that transfers to other people. And I started thinking when I was listening to that clip, it's not just that, because I'm looking at this from a social justice perspective.
Mhm.
It's like, there's so many people that are like denied access to representation and justice, and so I decided that the passion comes from that. So it's that, then the passion, and then, whatever, follows from there. Because a lot of people don't have access to justice, and that's just wrong.
Right.
And then I started thinking, listening to that clip, that I'm not really selling a legal plan. I'm selling power.
Ooh. Okay, y'all.
And then finally, now I know what to do at a urinal if I'm ever there. Which I won't be, just joking around.
Right. It was not only what to do, but what not to do.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So I hope y'all heard that part.
Right on. Yep. That's it for me.
All right. Okay, Miss Bryant. Okay. I'm telling y'all, hey, that was really good. Thank you so much for sharing.
Yeah, thank you for what you're
good.
doing as well. And you picked out like really good clips to watch. And I really enjoyed this a lot.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Anyone else want to give feedback before we wrap it up? And you could get back to your boos, your bays, your cuddle bugs, or whoever you got going on, or just yourself and Netflix.
Oh, the last comment I wanted to make was this is I've been talking to some of my I'm a social worker now. I told you as insurance before, but anyway, I have clients that have disabilities and stuff, but I work with their parents as well. And people there, I don't know what's going on with the college system, but I've had a couple parents call me because they think I like handle everything in life and I don't, but asking me about college admissions and so on, and it's become much more difficult. And which is really disappointing to think that the system in our country is making it difficult just for people to get educated if they think that the vehicle of education is going to get them somewhere, right? Because we're trained to think that. So I said all that to say that this is like being able to approach people as an alternative, because not everybody, college doesn't serve everybody. Not everybody's situated for that, and you can still be successful and not have to go to college, So coming from that perspective of empowerment and taking control of your life, is something else that, like, on one side with the membership, it's like selling people power,
I
and
love
then
it.
the other
Right.
side of it is an opportunity to reach levels that because even if you go to college, you get a job, you do have a limited elevator, right? To put them in an elevator with no limit on those floors. So that's the other perspective that I've been thinking about.
Yes, I love that. I'm going to use that. I am not selling you a membership. I am selling you empowerment.
I'm selling you power.
I'm
Yeah,
selling you
right
power.
on. Yep.
Oh, I love that. Thank you, Miss Bryant.
That's
I'm
okay. I mean, I say
Alright.
that because I've used it in the past and it's been empowering to me. But thank you.
Yes, absolutely.
Jackie,
Mr.
did you
Temple,
wanna
I
say
think I heard you
something?
saying something. Oh, I'm sorry.
I think Jackie wanted to speak.
Jackie?
Yes,
Yes.
Jackie P.
Hi, Jackie P.
Hi, I just wanted to say that today was my first day as an associate.
Yes,
And I'm glad I got
welcome.
on the call because it was very enlightening, very informative, and I'm excited.
All right, we're excited for you. Welcome to the TNH family.
Welcome.
Yes,
Yes.
that's by way of
Welcome.
Maya Harris.
Okay.
Maya.
Thank you for
Welcome.
joining.
All
Let's
right, thank you.
welcome Miss Jackie P and Miss Deborah Bryant. Let's put some
Thank you.
love in the chat for our new associates. Let's
Thank you
give
so
them
much.
the great TNH welcome. And I think Mr. Temple, were you going to say something?
Oh no, I just said I was putting that into my repertoire. I'm not selling
Okay.
you. Yeah, I'm
I
selling you
know,
pop.
right? I'm
No
gonna
doubt.
steal that.
T-shirts on the way. T-shirts
Right.
on the way.
Oh, that's a good one too. Yeah. All right. Well, if no one else has anything, other feedback, no one else going once, going twice.
Happy Valentine's Day, everybody.
Happy Valentine's Day. And listen, hey, please join us again next Wednesday, same place, same time. We are going to continue with this power training series. As you can see, we are dropping some really great gems. We're sharing some really great information. And hey, you all know some associates that are not on this call tonight. Make sure you reach out to them. Tell them to plug in next week and tell them to plug in early. We had DJ Nicole on here tonight with the song of the day. If you got on late, shame on you, you missed it. So make sure you get on here early so you can catch that song of the night. All right, guys, enjoy your Valentine's
Thank you
Day.
for all for coordinating all this and what you did. Thank you so much. I look forward to meeting all of you at some point in the future in person.
Yeah, I can't wait. Looking forward to it. All right, everybody, enjoy your night.